Click. Hello everyone, this is Marmar, and today it's going to be another episode of Stargazer Cafe. This is the podcast where we talk movies, TV shows, comics, and stuff in general. Sparta, do you want to say anything? That's the wow. Not even gonna say hello to our people.
Don't pay me enough to say hello.
Wow, shut up. Well,
Well,
yes. Today's episode, right? WandaVision. Uh, it was Malcolm in the Middle.
it was centered around the '90s, and when I watched shows back in the '90s, had that like fourth-wall commentative feel to it.
It,
A
it,
lot of them did at the time.
I really liked it. Well,
I enjoyed the atmosphere honestly as well.
something I noticed that some people have not noticed though. The intro opening is similar to Alf. You know?
Interesting. But the one
Yes.
thing that no one else noticed is the instance where Vision was about to beat his child. That was funny.
Wow. You really noticed the bad things, didn't you?
Exactly like a scene where his kid took Vision's paper, he took it back and put the smack him across the head because he did that. This is a child abuse in a Disney show. I can't believe it.
Well, Ant-Man and the
Like, was it?
Wasp has a Hank Pym non-wife beater, you know?
Yeah, but child abuse. Who's about to beat his child? That is some funny stuff. I want to pay more to see stuff like that. Come on, Disney. You know your audience. More child abuse in your movies.
Wow, as far as I can't believe you. See, guys, this is why I have him in the podcast. He's has a different point of view than me. You know?
Look, we need that scene where Bruce Banner's dad hits him across his face as a baby, hits him right to our side of the room. We need that in the movies. That would be so funny.
Wow. No, I think
Remember, his dad was an abusive drunk.
yes. You know, something I noticed that no one is talking about. Vision's costume. It has a bulge.
It doesn't.
It
It really
does.
doesn't.
It does.
Look, look.
I'm
It
sure.
doesn't.
Have you watched it? It does have a bulge. I noticed it right
Well,
away.
unlike you, when I watch shows, I don't go staring at guys' crotches to notice things like that.
What's her name? Wanda. She looked pretty sexy in that suit, don't you think?
And he has a one-piece suit and skin tight. What do you expect?
Yes. I can see why people complain that comic book suits are too sexy. I mean,
Well, I mean, the thing is, with comic book suits, they usually fit more people with the very like unrealistic body types that most regular people can't fit. So, reason why they're trying to go for the more loose fitting and proportions for more modern people that would wear nowadays. Because like, is there a person that is so super skinny as Wonder Woman and yet as buff as Wonder Woman that could fit in a suit like that, like hers?
I don't think so. It muscular people are not skinny generally.
Yeah, like a lot of the heroes are either are both skinny and buff. So having a suit that tight won't very mesh well, honestly.
Yes. Well, I mean,
Like Captain America, like in most cases, they portray him as very buff or slim. Do you think like any suit nowadays can actually fit on a person like that?
true. Well, what else that we talk about? Oh yeah. The comic book accurate suits. Those were pretty epic, right?
I like them, but it just also shows more on how ridiculous those suits will look like in real life. Honestly,
Nah,
if they
they are
try
not
to do them accurately.
ridiculous. I mean,
I mean, Quicksilver, like, come on. If they actually gave him a comic accurate haircut from the old ages of comic books, it would look very dumb. There's a reason why they kind of make fun of their suits in the show, because they're well aware they look dumb.
that they think otherwise, you know. I think Aquaman showed us that comic book accurate suits can look pretty damn good.
But the
Um,
thing here's the thing though, that was replaced into armor, while in the old one, that was just pretty much just a latex suit, and this one is more actual armor.
yes, but it
But
still
so
looked good. It,
there's only a few characters with comic accurate suits. It has to be like Spider-Man, Shazam, Superman, and Batman in certain cases. Those are only like the few characters I can think of that have more comic accurate suits that are like completely diverted from their source material because they can still translate correctly into the movies without being have much change to them.
I mean, I don't see why they haven't given the Wolverine his comic book accurate suit. Like,
Oh, they tried to, but I think the X-Men franchise was going downhill by that point.
no, Hugh Jackman just doesn't want to wear the suit.
No, he agreed to do it. Like in the Spider-Man movie, he agreed to do a cameo as Wolverine in that suit, but he lost the suit apparently, so he couldn't do it.
Hmm. Well, I guess it's just those
It's just more. It's more or less the studio's decision because a lot of them agree. A lot of them agree that those suits did not look well. They
and
kind of look weird. Like they try to make them more modernized, like the bonus scene from the Wolverine movie. They made it like a more modernized version of it. It's more like armor and all that, but still keeping the color scheme of it. Not like latex and all that.
I know, and they are dumb for taking away my comic book accurate suits. How
And
dare
also, yeah,
they?
like a lot of these are still people, so they're gonna have need some sort of armor and all that.
I mean, we could explain some stuff like, oh, Hawkeye suit, it's made of Kevlar or something like that.
Yeah, but Kevlar is not really like that per se. And a lot more heroes need a little more flexibility within their suits, and Kevlar is not the most flexible thing there is.
I guess, but I just really want my comic book suits. I don't care if they say, oh, it's adamantium thingy, wool stuff.
Not to mention, like those type of suits would take so much time and money to make, because the beauty of these suits are so simplistic. They can make as much as they can as they want, with so much differentiations. So like one can be damaged, they can be teared up and all that, and then which saves time. If they try to make very much customly accurate and detailed suits like they do in the comics, that would take so much time and money to do.
I mean, a lot of the comic book suits in like the movies are not real. Like, you know that one scene with when with Iron Man and the hoodie thingy. That's not a real hoodie. That was 3D modeled. Like a lot of the comic book suits in like the end game and such are 3D models. Like yes, the actor
Yep.
wears something on set, but like they
Yeah,
just
but that's pretty much for ease of like how like complicated the suits are getting for like Iron Man and all that. Because by that point, Iron Man's suit was getting so complicated that practical effects wasn't really as necessary at that point,
I
since
guess.
a lot of stuff was now nanotech. I mean, they were implementing some of his old classic designs with the red chest piece and the primary yellow arms and legs,
Yes. Well,
but like they had to like make it simplistic because you can't go for the big bulky suits they did back in the old Iron Man, where it could still be practical and make sure CGI.
just give Iron Man his mullet. That's all I care for. Just give
Well, he's dead
just
now, so who cares?
shut
He
up.
can have a mullet in hell.
Well, who else wore a mullet? Yeah, you give Superman a mullet in like the Snyder cut.
I heard they might. They're giving him his black suit.
Give him the mullet. Give him the mullet. Bring back
But let's be
80s.
fair. Would that be the only reason you watch that like series, or no?
Yes, it would be the only reason.
Just like watch it 4 episodes in and realize he doesn't have a mullet and just stop watching after that.
I would watch because of the mullet. If
It's
they
like each episode is gonna be like an hour long, so you can watch like 3 separate episodes just to see that.
yes, just for the mullet. All I care about is the mullet and the 80s aesthetic. Just give me that and I'll be happy. You know?
One Zack Snyder, he might be crazy enough to do it, but yeah.
I mean, mullets are great.
He just tried to keep like some sort of comic accuracy to his characters and all that.
I guess. Well, did you notice some stuff about this episode? Like, there was a lot of witch stuff. Can I stop for a second? Be right back. So, what was it again? Yeah, I'm back. So,
The technical difficulties going in the
yes,
background.
yes, it's nothing to worry about. Um,
Blame Martho.
yes, blame me
I did
for
nothing
an
wrong.
unexpected thing. Yes, it's.
Blame her for all your problems. Blame her that your significant other left you. Blame the fact that your animal probably died. Blame Mar.
I mean, if your significant other left you because of me, well, I can't do anything about my sexy body, you know? What am I supposed to do then? But anyway, I noticed that there was a lot of witchcraft themed stuff in the episode, you know?
Well, it's a Halloween episode.
Yeah, but like Mr. No, Mrs. Agnes, she had a witch outfit on. And you know, I theorized that she's Agatha Harkness, the witch from the comics.
Maybe that's just a little Easter egg because they tend to do that a lot.
I mean, there's also the fact that the Westview is in New Jersey.
Yeah, they mentioned that before within like I want to say the third episode.
Yeah, I didn't notice that until now, but you know,
Yeah, it's in New Jersey, the same location as in the Winter Soldier.
no, as Salem, the trials of Salem, Agatha Harkness. Yeah, she was alive back then, and she was a witch from that. So you know, more fuel for my theory. And if I'm right, you know, I get credibility and I be epic. You know.
I mean, the thing is, you're not the first one that came up with it, though.
Well, I'm not.
No, I've seen other people come up with
Darn.
the theory too.
Well, I didn't notice because I'm an idiot. You know.
Oh,
My
I know you are.
shut up. Just
Hey,
because.
if you weren't, you would be able to do the show by yourself.
Hey, you are an epic dude. So shut up. So
Mars lying again. God damn it.
I'm not lying. When have I lied?
Let's see. See. Let's see. It's earlier.
Wow, I do not lie.
Anyway, back on topic.
Yes. So the comic book accurate suits. Oh yeah, the sword guys. You know, they were kind
Yeah.
of transformed into clowns. Did you like the funny clown? The funny clown laugh.
I like when the clown guy rained over and went splat. No, it's
I think I think the sword guys turning into clowns is kind of like showing us how Wanda thinks of them, you know?
basically.
Because we know she controls how things change at least at some level. So if they turn into
And it just
clowns,
shows like how the range of one's powers is honestly like how much it can go out beyond it. She just chooses not to go that far.
I mean, she could go that far if she wanted to. Why?
She could,
Why?
yeah, but mm-hmm.
You go ahead.
Thank you.
Not you.
Goddamn, let's go.
Okay, so why did Wanda not turn the guys Thanos at army into clowns? That's what I'm asking myself.
Well, the thing is, she has said multiple times she has no idea where this power came from. It's all new to her. So it could be just be some lame powers coming out of nowhere.
But funny clown. Did you like
Not
the
to
clown?
mention, like during that fight, it's been shown that Thanos' the stones have the power to even go against Doctor Strange, who's the strongest magician and magic user in the MCU at the moment. If like the Infinity Gauntlet could go against his powers, which is very strong, I doubt Wanda's magic could do anything as well, since he has control of almost like a lot of the elements of the universe already.
True. Well, I mean, depending at her power level, considering that the Infinity Stones don't seem to be as powerful in the MCU as they are in the comics.
They're restrictive, really a lot restrictive within in the movies. But even then, like, yeah, she was able to go against Thanos, but not that long though. Honestly, the per power within that movie wasn't much compared to Infinity Gauntlet. If she
I
had more
guess.
control over her powers and training, maybe she might be able to go against him easily.
I mean, uh, what was I going to say? All right. I forgot again. Oh yeah, it was that there was some stuff in this episode that kind of confirmed some theories, like the further away people are from one, that they don't move at all. Like
I think that was already implied, I believe.
yes, it was, but it was confirmed more so this time.
I mean, I want to say that was a theory. I think that's already implied by everyone else by like saying like how only these specific people tend to only be doing things within their vicinity. I think
There's
that's already implied
secondary
already. They were just getting
characters,
like I think we're just getting a larger look within that aspect.
I guess, but it was still fun to.
Like a lot of them are only up to like Wanda's will. She chooses who's there or not.
Yes, Herb. Well, I
Hmm?
mean, some people, that woman who cried, that was a very scary scene for me. You know,
The what?
the scene with the woman who cried. She was crying because she couldn't move and she was stuck in that position. You know, you don't remember?
Nah,
Well,
not really. No, because they didn't show any significance to me at all.
I mean, it's significant because like we see what these people are going through. Like a lot of people just seem terrified, or like imagine the existential crisis of like being alive but being unable to move or do anything you want, or then just be stuck there. Like imagine that.
So most common patients and people in wheelchairs got it.
I mean, people in wheelchairs can still move their wheelchairs. Well, sometimes, unless they
Not
get.
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, I guess. Well, it's a degree of people with wheelchairs. Like there's there's your Stephen Hawking's. There's the guys with who can't move their legs. There's the guys who can't feel anything from their waist below. The guys.
But anyway, like, yeah, a
Yes,
lot of them are like experiencing a lot of grief and all that. Seeing
yes,
like most of their free will has been taken away just by the commands of some person with a lot of mental trauma going on.
yeah. It's um. There's also some stuff that like they went through like to talk about like how everyone is different and like how Wanda is going through the trauma, considering that like she brought possibly the wrong Pietro, or like a version of Pietro, and
Well,
it
she just
was
brought a version of him, brought a version of him, and gave him the memories of what Stay experienced.
yes,
It's still the same person, but she brought a version back. Since she doesn't have like his body, it's really hard to get back a specific version of him.
I guess, but it's
Like it's like what he said. She called and he came up.
yes.
Like
Although
I'm pretty sure if she was focusing her powers, I'm pretty sure she would be like the specific one. Because even she didn't know when he came.
yeah, also they stopped being subtle with the children being demons, you know There was a lot of
Really?
times. Yes, there was a lot of times with Pietro in which he called them like demon spawn, and it
I mean,
well,
that's what you just call kids, honestly.
no, you call them other stuff like little.
No, that's what a lot of people call kids are just being annoying. They're just calling them demon spawns.
No, just call them rays of sunshine. You know,
No,
they're just kids.
like that's what they usually call kids as when they're like being annoying and mischievous. Little demon spawns.
So
Sure,
you're
that might be a little reference. That might be a reference to what they were originally, but an aspect is what you technically call kids when they're being like very annoying and causing trouble.
you are a demon spawn, right?
According to my parents, yes.
Well, I'll keep that in mind. Well, I do think it's a reference, but it might be more than that. Who knows?
Even then, as when we were shown from like from the episode currently, like how Vision wasn't able to go beyond the boundaries of like the barrier because technically he's not alive. And
No,
he's only restricted to there because that's where he has his life. So I'm pretty sure if they try to get out there, they won't just either because they're only restricted to that boundary of reality.
I personally feel like he's actually alive, kind of.
Yeah, but the thing is, when he was getting out of there, he was slowly decaying and slipping back into that reality.
No,
So, because in that and their very own reality, the one he came from originally, he doesn't exist anymore. He's dead. So he's slowly decaying,
no, it,
going piece by piece.
I feel like it was more of the of Wanda trying to pull him back. Like, she tries to keep everyone there from escaping, but Vision was kinda able to go ahead and escape a bit because of his powers.
If that
So
was the case, they could have made it where he was nowhere to go near it at all. If he was able to face through it and get through it, and actually, that just shows that yeah, he was never meant to find it in the first place. That's why she keeps mentally like keep him from the dark until he starts realizing it more.
I
She never
guess.
assumed that he'll figure it out.
Also, I can't wait to see what they do with Darcy. She's the best girl. She's me.
She's annoying.
No, she's not. She's
She's
great.
annoying.
No,
She's just there to make. She's just there to make one-liners, not really do anything.
just like me. I'm.
Don't give yourself too much credit.
Wow, wow. I do one-liners. Sometimes I'm funny.
Yeah, but unlike her, you don't do a bunch of one-liners that are sexual in nature and constant.
Hey, don't blow your load of bad comments on me.
That's not even a good one.
Shut up. It was funny. Shut up. You bully.
Anyway,
Yes. So what was it? Oh yeah. Uh, I feel like they are teasing some stuff for like the future of the MCU so far. Not so much. But it was a short. It was well comparatively to the previous one. It was a short episode, and
I
it
thought
didn't.
it was lacking. Honestly, it wasn't a bad episode per se, but it's kind of lacking
I
for a
found
lot of
it
things.
funny. I found it kind of creepy, but also funny. But
You find a lot of things creepy.
shut up. It's not my fault since I'm scary and I'm tiny. You giant.
Get taller then.
I can't get taller, and you know that.
Get taller.
I, you bully. Now I'll bite your arm.
Like anyway, back to the topic. I think this might be the first episode I considered like maybe just decent or a little bit above average, not like up to the high standards of like the past ones, but it was good nonetheless.
I think
It is it did show like limitations of what like Wanda can't do. She can't bring back the fully living and dead, apparently because of with Vision.
I found it was a pretty good episode. Um, I found the commercial this time kind of spooky, but I really like the shark and the whole aesthetic. And it was a fun episode for me. I am a big fan of Malcolm in the Middle, and it was fun to see it kind of parodied. And I also, well, I found the lore a bit lacking comparatively to the previous ones. Well, comparatively to like the first and second, not really, because those were just to show kind of stuff and tease. But it was fun nonetheless. I really liked the whole aesthetic, the feel of the
Yeah,
episode.
we have like what 3 more episodes left, I believe.
Yes, we have three more episodes left, and
So
there's a
if you go
rumor.
on the format, we might get a 2000s era, or
Yes,
maybe like 2000s era episode,
can't.
then two plot heavy episodes, or 2000s era, then
Yes,
2010 era, then like just a big finale. And,
yes.
and if anything, the rumors have been going on that there
Fifth
might be a
episode.
secret 10th episode.
Yes.
For
Uh,
all I know, that could have been like some guy messing up about the facts, or like maybe actually a 10th episode that's like a big special finale.
I mean,
But
it would close the gap between WandaVision and what's its name? Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
mhm.
That one, yes, it would close the gap because if if without that secret 10th episode, it's a whole week without something. People
I
could.
mean that's a good thing, honestly. Like we need that break time so like we don't have to just rush into a new show afterwards because that's gonna cause burnout.
I
People
guess.
need like some time to spend some like maybe a week not worrying about another show to watch. Constantly, that's people's gonna get bored of it.
True, but I can't wait for the young Sheldon episode.
Technically, didn't already pass.
Now, young Sheldon is like the guy from that one bad show, Big Bang Theory.
I know, but that takes place around like the '90s, which they already done.
No, but it's a 2010 era
Yes,
show.
but it has the feels of a '90s show.
But it's not.
Like mostly about like family problems and all that, and this weird dynamic.
I
Typically,
guess.
those shows are the '90s.
Who
While
can't?
like most 2000s shows are about like the situational comedies going with adults in their friend groups and all that, and just being bizarre and weird.
Yes. Also, I like
While
how.
like '90s shows are like more of like on a smaller aspect of family.
Yes. Also, I liked how they teased Monica Rambeau getting powers because of her body is getting altered. You know.
Okay, no smart character, honestly.
She's fun in the comics. She's kind of powerful, and she in her latex suit she looks kind of hot.
I have no opinion of her.
She's fine. Also, what was it? Oh yeah, yeah. Do you think the next episode is gonna be Sunny in Philadelphia?
So very crude and just offensive for the sake of being offensive. I hope so.
I knew you would say that. Um,
Yes, because that show is like my favorite show.
I know
Like I
you.
want to see horrible people just be horrible and have horrible things be happen to them because they're horrible and don't feel like changing.
So you then?
Yes, the thing is, I regret nothing.
Wow. Wait, you regret nothing. That means you don't regret meeting me. I found a positive.
Who said that?
No, you said you don't regret meeting me.
Okay, I regret almost everything.
Shut up. Final thoughts?
Decent episode. Could have been better. They need to get rid of the 7 minute credits.
I liked it. It was fun. They teased a few things that I looked forward in the future. Nothing really much to
Like
talk about.
getting rid of the 7 minute credits at the end of every episode.
Nah, that's fine.
No, literally, it's 7 minutes of credits, which they could be using for like actual screen time of the show and progressing. But they're like, hey, here's 7 minutes of credits
Nah,
for no reason.
nah, it's mimicking the.
Who honestly wants that full 7 minutes of credits?
Listen. It mimics real screen time. It mimics how long would you be watching in
You
TV
have no real
because
reason
of.
to watch this for a 7 minute credits. You have no real reason
Shut
to
up.
admit it.
It's shut up.
There's no reason to keep. There's no reason to keep credits that long.
I mean, it's for the runtime of the show and the TV real
Yes,
thing.
but rather just filling up with credits, fill up with actual more scenes of the episode.
Mm, I don't know. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Stargazer Cafe and that you will keep coming around. Tomorrow, next week is going to be another one, and then and another one the other week, and so on until uh, no longer WandaVision, and then something else, and then Captain Winter Falcon and the Soldier. Like, comment, subscribe, and leave a notification button. Um, I have a Patreon. Support me there because I don't plan on making family content, so you know. YouTube hates me, so support me in any way because I'll be buying Sparta something better for microphone quality audio and computer stuff, and you know. Goodbye, everyone. Say goodbye, Sparta.
No,
Say it.
no.
Say it.
I'll get voted off the island.
Wow. Well, goodbye, everyone. I hope you guys have a nice day and weekend stuff. Bye.